Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Zombie Dance Party Season number 2. I'm your host, Hive Tyrant 424, and this is episode number 9. Things are really starting to pick up. We finished our second Blood Moon audition, and things went very well, but as I said in the introduction, we did take quite a bit of damage, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock our cement mixer and the table saw. I'm not going to use the table saw probably very much, but I'm also going to unlock the additional stealth damage because I think we're going to need it. The Hidden Strike rank 1. We are going to be going through the Army Barracks POI today, and I only have a rank 2 machete and a rank 2 compound crossbow, so I do have some steel bolts I'll be bringing along for the soldiers. The rest of the trash zombies I don't expect will have too much difficulty with just iron, but I want the steel for those soldiers because they are wearing body armor. As you can see, I have set up a couple of forges here. They're cooking stone, and I have a couple of cement mixers now that will get started on cement. We're not going to be doing a lot of mass production of cement until we can get an auger and really start chewing into the stone, but we get something going anyhow, and do some much needed upgrades to vital parts of Bloodbath so that the zombies hopefully don't do as much damage as they did on 14. So we'll get started here at the POI. We've put down a hazmat guard. I'm going to try to clear zombies before I loot. It's the safer thing to do, and frankly, if you're encumbered by loot, you're less maneuverable, and maneuverability is pretty important when you're going with a melee build of any kind. Knives do a good job, especially this machete. It does stagger the zombies quite often, which is nice, but I still want to be able to move around. That was our first test subject for the steel crossbow bolts. Let's see. Nice. One shot kill to the head. That's that additional sneak damage plus the steel crossbow bolt. Now there's almost always guards up in these towers. There's one tower here and there's another tower on the other side. So check those first. This is a fetch and clear job, so not only do I have to find the courier satchel, which is never difficult, but I also have to clear all the areas of the POI and kill all the zombies inside this POI. So I go about it fairly methodically. There's usually a guy sleeping beside that air conditioner, but not this time. I'll go about it very methodically. That way I don't miss anything, or I have less chance of missing things anyway. And here's Nina having a little nap. Oh, I missed. Nice. Don't lose your head, sweetheart. That's how you lose fights. So the machete is definitely going to be good enough for the trash zombies, but we already knew that. Hey, I got some paper. I've been waiting to find some paper so I can make a cigar because it's not just cool looking. You also get a +1 to your strength for it. So I'm not sure how much strength applies to knife damage, but any little bit would help, I would think. So I need plant fibers and paper to make the cigar, so I'm just going to run around the corner here and kill this. Oh, get some plant fibers right there. Kill this dummy and see all that grass there. I've activated the rally point, so I can't actually leave the POI, so I'll just grab a couple of plant fibers here. I think the things that I needed 6. Yeah, I've got 6. Why am I... Oh, because I have 6 and I need 250. Okay. We're not making a cigar right now. As I was saying, I can't leave the POI. If I do, I fail the job. So once you've activated the rally point for a job on a POI, you stay there until you're done. If you leave to go and get healed up, go and get more ammunition or whatever, the job's over and you fail. There are no negative consequences to doing that other than you don't get to complete the job. This is the medical tent. There's usually a doctor in here, but apparently today it's the legal department. He probably got a paper cut or something. less lawyer in the world. All good. I know I said I was going to kill first and then loot, but there's nothing else in there, and I don't feel like coming back all the way back for that. Now, here's a hazmat zombie. I want you guys to pay very close attention to the fact that I was right beside that guard tower, and that becomes very, very important later on in this episode. But let's continue on. Going into the barracks here, we have just one zombie. As you can see, I'm stealth fighting for most of this. Even if I activate the zombies in the room that I walk into, zombies in the next room won't activate if I'm stealthed. At least that's what I think. I'm not sure what criteria the game uses to determine when a sleeping zombie activates when you're stealthing, because I've been stealthing, and as you recall from that one episode, I was stealthed and all I did was reload my crossbow, and that woke up the zombie that I was sneaking up on. And other times I can break open the door that they're standing behind and they don't wake up. So I'm not sure. But as it turns out, in this particular playthrough, in this POI, there is a zombie napping in the showers. But he hasn't heard me yet, because I'm being very sneaky, sir. Again, I wish those red dots on the HUD were like that for zombies all the time. I think as you increase your perception, the range at which you can detect zombies should increase, and those red dots should always appear on your HUD. Fun Pimps, if you're watching, that's a Hive Tyrant request. So the barracks are now cleared out. We still have the mess hall, the motor pool, and then the main administration building. And there's a sleeping soldier right beside the dumpster there. He's blending in very well. That camouflage does work. I may not have noticed him if it hadn't been for just a couple of dark spots. I saw him out of the corner of my eye. I'm just using the iron crossbow bolts because he was quite a ways away, and I got him, so I'm happy with that. I'll try and remember to go over there and get my bolts, but iron crossbow bolts, not really that big of a deal. I've got a stack and a half of feathers back at the base, lots of iron in the forge, so I can make more if I need to. You gotta watch when you're walking around, when you're stealthing. You gotta watch not to step on piles of garbage. I think there's a magazine or a book that you can pick up. Oh, see, I woke up the one guy. But not the soldier. Must have had a long day. I think there's a book or a magazine you can pick up that will allow you to no longer make noise when you walk over trash. But until you find that, if you walk over a trash pile, like see that trash pile in front of the door leading to the kitchen there, when you walk over those, you'll kick a tin can. Where is she? Oh, there she is. That doctor is always in this kitchen. I've never done this. Oh God, I hate that. They put that ceiling tile on the floor just to scare the hell out of you. Or maybe it's to wake the zombies up if you haven't woken them up. Anyway, when you're stealthing, walking on piles of trash does make noise, will alert zombies in the area, so be cognizant of that. As you can see, when I came into the cooler here, I saw the lumberjack zombie there, and I didn't bother stealthing. I've reached that point in my character's playthrough where I'm starting to get a little bit more confident in my ability to fight the zombies. With the machete, having the serrated blade on it, the serrated blade mod, I'm no longer worried about zombies like the lumberjack. Those guys, back even when I just had the hunting knife, they were pretty scary for me. They were pretty strong, but not so much anymore. Of course, pro tip number 3, don't get overconfident. So I gotta try and remember that. But as you see, I'm fully encumbered here. I mean, I've got 15 over encumbrance points. So I'm going to throw down a chest here loaded up with all this junk because I do have the administration building coming up. There's several soldier zombies in there, and I'm not going to try and outmaneuver them being over encumbered. Never works out. And it might even be a couple of soldier zombies in the motor pool. No, nothing there. I hear a Burning Man there pounding on the walls outside, but he's not part of the POI. He's not part of the zombies I have to clear, and quite frankly, I don't want to spend the time it would take to go and find him. Sorry, was taking a sip of coffee there. Alrighty. And there's usually 2 or 3 zombies in here in the motor pool, 1 on each side of the truck. Sometimes there'll be 2 on one side, usually the left, but not always. Oh, there we go. Here's a hazmat zombie. Not even going to bother aiming for that dude. Still just using iron crossbow bolts. And there's a crate up there, but banging on it with the axe might wake up the other zombie if he hasn't woken up already. Oh, there he is, and it's a soldier. Alright. Well, we've got a lot of distance between us. Now, I should be aiming for the legs because I can actually stagger them and knock them down if I hit them in the legs with the crossbow bolt. Ooh! Took his head right off. But you heard the clank of the crossbow bolt hitting his armored helmet, yeah? So, yeah, they are armored. But didn't help him this time. Distance is your friend. At least with the soldier zombies. That's what I find. If I can avoid getting up close and personal with them, I do. Picked up the schematic for the chemistry station. That's a good thing. I like picking up schematics like that because then I don't have to perk into the necessary perk in order to just to build that. I will eventually get to that point where I'm grabbing those perks for, I mean, just having the schematic isn't, optimal. It's good, but increasing your level of perk in that schematic also decreases the amount of time it takes to craft stuff. And I believe you even get a break on the materials costs of some items that you're making, like glue, for example, and gunpowder. Probably also oil and gas. Either way, you'll eventually perk into it unless you want to take longer periods of time to craft the same items. So I will eventually perk into the chemistry station, but I like having it early on so that I can save some materials on glue. Oh, another soldier. I'm going to switch to the steel crossbow bolts because from here on in, we're going to be in pretty close quarters. There we go. I like one-shot kills on zombies whenever possible. Of course, I'm not unique in that respect. I'm sure everybody out there likes the one-shot kills, but I'm doing a silent build here. I'm not using guns, so a one-shot kill is definitely a benefit. Now, for those of you who just panicked because I drank murky water, oh my god, what are you thinking? You took that out of a toilet. Okay, yeah, that is gross. But I do have the water purifier mod on my mining helmet along with the flashlight, so I don't have to drink purified water. Now, boiled water does give you more stamina or more water regeneration or whatever than murky water, but in a pinch, or if you're a dumbass and you forget to bring bottled water on a particular mission, you can drink the murky water. It won't hurt you at all. Now, if you're stealthed when you break that wall that I just broke through, you can shoot the panels in front of those 3 zombies without waking them up. These are just a couple of hazmat zombies and one Ivan, which is actually really surprising. Normally it's 2 soldiers and a hazmat, but I'll take it. Those 3 are the only guardians in this room, so now, as you can see, we've got 2 gun safes, 3 regular safes, a medium-sized ammo pile, and a weapons bag. This is the treasure trove of this POI, guys. And as you see, I found the Bunker Buster mod, which is awesome. That'll be great when I get an auger. I can throw that in there and really start chewing up some stone. unfortunately, I don't have any lockpicks or any timed charges, and frankly, I'm not going to take the time it takes to bust open those 5 safes, so I'll leave them for now and finish clearing the POI. I'll have to come back at some point and open those safes, but they're not going anywhere. So we got a couple more soldiers up here, I think. Oh, no, got a hazmat guy on the table, and there's a soldier in the corner. There'll be a soldier up the stairs in the office or the radio control tower or whatever. Sometimes there's vultures outside, but this should be the end of the POI. When I kill the guy at the top of the stairs, that should be mission complete. And then I can head back to the vendor. So, one shot to the head, killed that soldier. I'm happy about that. I'll just sneaky up the stairs and get this last guy. Oh, that's not a soldier. That's one of those, what are they called? Whites? Is that what they are? This is like the next stage of zombie up from the soldiers. They're pretty nasty. They always run. They're feral. And they hit like a truck. He didn't get me very, very good. Must have just been a glancing blow. Now, of course, the POI is not done. So I spent about 15 minutes off camera looking around, trying to find the one zombie that I missed. And this is what I missed. I didn't climb this tower. There's nothing in it. But I had to climb the tower to clear it. As you can see, I can now return to the trader. I can't tell you how annoyed I was at that. Because I spent, like I said, about 15 minutes searching. I ran through every inch of this POI looking for the zombie I missed. Because I thought that that was all that you had to do. But no, apparently you not only have to kill all the zombies, but you have to set foot on certain points in the entire POI. So, that's it. This POI is done. The machete and the crossbow are good enough to work it over. Next, we'll try a shotgun Messiah factory. That's the ultimate test of your weapon systems, in my opinion. But that's all the time we've got for this episode, you guys. I really do appreciate you watching. If you did enjoy the episode, please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe buttons down below, and share the videos with your friends. I don't mind any additional support, any comments or suggestions. We'll see you all in the next episode.
Cause I'm alone like